Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Odin's Sphere Leifdrasir. I'm never gonna get that pronunciation correct. And in the last episode, we kind of started our adventure.
I had heard that the Shadow Knight looked like a demon, but
Yeah, he was kind of strong, but
why did he let you go?
that's a good question. I guess we'll find that answer out soon enough. Now, I kind of want to actually start talking to the people all the way at the left, because this is when we kind of get our first instance of talking to people.
We shall regroup with those able to fight. At the moment, I have 4 soldiers ready. Just
Only
say
4?
the word.
We only have half the troops we started with.
Wait, so 4 soldiers was half the troops we started with, meaning what? That there were only 8 troops?
Oh, princess,
Wait, what?
hear me out. That spear is a magical weapon called a cipher. The dwarves fashion the crystals out of jewels and use them in the weapons.
If I remember right, I believe those jewels are from the netherworld or whatever. They're like whatever this game's equivalent of hell is that's kind of where they come from. So they're actually like really important. I don't know. We'll see. I don't remember the story too much from what I've already gone through, so we'll see.
Rushed ahead of the main forces. It's certainly not because I was late to the battle.
You seem like kind of a
Lord
dick.
Brigand. He may be one of our nation's heroes. But I hear he acts as he wishes because my father does nothing to stop him.
Also, look at that massive leg hair. Jeez, man, you gotta shave those legs, boy. He doesn't have like a hair on his body otherwise. Oh, I guess except for right here, and on his face.
What?
Oh, sorry. No thanks. Don't want to talk to you again.
Dastardly queen of the fairies? She was the one who summoned the dragon.
Wait, what dragon?
Monstrous beast. She truly is evil.
But wait, what? How did she summon a dragon? That seems kind of interesting on its own.
My dear friends, that stone on your spears, a jewel.
Oh yeah, this is the guy who explains that whole netherworld stuff.
You know that? It's very
Oops. Oh, I accidentally
dangerous,
skipped
and
that one.
Only one man is able to do it. King
Yeah,
Odin.
so nobody can actually return from the netherworld, is all he said.
And fabricate our own jewels. Ragnaroth will have no more enemies.
So well, from what I've been told by a friend of mine, the blue jewels that you'll see on certain characters' weapons are the ones that are actually from the netherworld and were, oh, I talked to this guy already, are the ones that are just from the netherworld and are made naturally. The red ones that you'll see are the ones that are made from the cauldron.
Princess Gwendolyn, I am worried about you. Please stay strong.
Thank you, Miras.
Oh, Miras, you're so cute.
I shall bring
I
some
love the
tea to your
pukas in this
room.
game. They look adorable. Like, people are like afraid of them and call them beasts, but I'm just like, look at, how can you be afraid of that? Look how cute she is.
I'm a traveling vendor who's been.
I am a
about to
traveling
sell this
racist
castle.
accent.
Is there anything you need?
Do you want to do anything, my friend? I give you all the seeds and things. So all I'm really gonna do right now is buy a couple seeds. Trust me when I say this, you're gonna want to get a couple spares just for later. Yep. So seeds are carried differently than everything else. So when it comes to your inventory, you're given like these mandragoras, food, and you'll get other things like potions and materials and whatnot. Seeds are kind of held differently. They don't take up a spot in your pack. So they're good always to have at least a couple. But in the later stages of the game, you'll just get, the game is just gonna throw seeds at you. So you don't really have to worry too much on that.
We're moving out now. Inform the troops. Griselda. So you're going to battle in order to win your father's love. That's not true. I'm fighting for my kingdom and my own pride. I may fall in battle, but that is a fate all our countrymen face. Don't try to hide the truth from me. You seek death so that you may earn the love you so desperately seek. Quiet! I am but a phantom. I represent your innermost thoughts. I am pathetic. I've never been loved since the day I was born. Giving your life for your father will not make your death worthwhile. You will simply die, like Griselda died. Stop it! If I sacrifice myself for my duty, Father will surely show his love for me. Surely.
Front lines of the Cauldron War. Alright, and now we're into it. Now, the game is split up into two types of sections. Those cutscenes that you were watching, and then these gameplay sections. So, the gameplay sections will show you a map like this. And it'll be more filled out as we get through it. Now, there are battle stages here. Boom, boom. We're going to want to actually, you know, complete this as quickly as possible and with a good combo so that we can actually continue the S rank. Now, let's see here. Oh. So at the beginning, the gameplay is kind of really like standard, I guess you could say. There's not much to do, there's not much variety, but as you gain more skills and as the game kind of opens up, you'll kind of see more and more. Now, something I kind of wanted to show off, this is the only time I'm going to show this off. For people who are trying to get a perfect ranking, what you can do is if you don't leave the room, like the certain room that you just got into, you can retry a battle. So if you retry that battle, which I will show off right now, since this is the kind of the shortest battle in the game, you can try this battle one more time to try and get a perfect ranking, which is what I'll try to do now. I don't think I'll actually end up doing it. I just need to kill the last guy wherever the heck he is. There we go. That should be good enough. Now, when you repeat these challenges, you do not gain more phosons or you know, more EXP. It actually resets you to the point where just before you actually entered the room. So don't expect to be able to farm using that little ability, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of still useful if you want to get like those perfect rankings, because later on they do kind of give you more useful stuff, such as coins that you can use to buy food and whatnot. And we're gonna, you know, there are these butterflies also that give you a little bit of phosons. I'm gonna be explaining a ton in these first couple episodes. Alright, so now I should actually be doing what it's telling me right now, but I'd rather get a couple more seeds first. The mulberry seed. I don't exactly have a lot of stuff right now. If I remember right, there should be, not here. There's gonna be an area coming up where I can find a hidden item. I'm hoping to find it soon, but first, let's actually... Oh yeah, also expect me to hit the pause button instead of the triangle button a ton, because that's just kind of a habit at this point. We can plant some in bulk. Here we go. At the beginning here, the level's kind of more important, but after a little while, you'll notice that... Here you go, give me that back. You'll notice that the amount of EXP that the fruits are giving you kind of starts to peter off a little and becomes a lot less important, because you're going to be making a lot of food instead of the actual fruit. But the fruit can heal you before battles, and you can use it a whole variety of ways. You can also eat in bulk if you want to get a bunch of EXP all at once, like I'm going to do right here. I kind of want to be like level 5 before I leave this area, just so I'm not like farming too much. I'm gonna try, just for the sake of completing things quickly and easily, I'm gonna try... Oh, there we go. I'm gonna be trying to kind of like keep my level not exactly even, but like a little bit higher than the recommended amount of levels for each individual area. Uh-oh. Alright, here we go. They're starting to guard again. Nice, and here we go. Easy. Perfect. Now, we got a little article on Griselda's spear. So, the peerless spear tipped with a blue cipher with runes inscribed into the grip. It has but one rightful wielder, Ragnarval's first princess and our champion of the Valkyries, Princess Griselda. With her display of the spear's might for the king, Princess Griselda boldly won the right to lead the charge of the Valkyries. For we who have spent so long in the shadows of the men, she is the lone star that guides us through the night. Her young mother is already among the stars, but I am sure she must be rejoicing in the heavens. Soon, Princess Gwendolyn will be called upon to support her sister. I hope she is worthy of the task. Memorandum of a Valkyrie of the Ragnarval army. So this is basically just by one of the Valkyries. Now, a couple more items. And you can see that there are a couple branching paths here. I do believe we're going to want to complete every single area. Well, there are going to be reasons why we want to do that later. But hopefully they won't... Hopefully there won't be too much of a challenge to the point where I actually might need to take a couple of tries on my own. Every single area that... Yeah, wow, that was easy as hell. Okay. Super easy, mate. Nice. Here we go. Got another fruit, actually. Not bad. Mulberries are going to be pretty common in the early game. You will get more interesting plants to plant and things like that later on. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, there's going to be a... what's it called? A plant that literally gives you sheep? For some reason? It's actually kind of hilarious. Let's see here. Let's go here. This is a rest area, so there's not going to be much in the way of items or conversation. Though we can talk to each individual Valkyrie if you guys would prefer. I'm probably going to do that just for now, just because I want to see what else they have to say.
I am here to report that Lord Brigand's troops shall soon arrive.
Why is he late
The general
again?
has sent us a message to...
He's so late. What is he doing?
Yeah, what is he doing? That's a good question. I think that's not something that's actually answered in the game itself.
This base is under our control, but the enemy is stronger than we expected. We've entered a deadlock.
So my question is, I know that Leifdrasir... I'm just gonna call this Odin Sphere L. So Odin Sphere L is kind of a... Well, it's kind of like a remake in everything except for not the visuals, for the story. So I'm wondering how much of it has actually changed, how much of it is actually different, if they actually kept the, like, certain things. Like, I know they changed the gameplay up, they upgraded the visuals, but they didn't really change them from their base elements, you know? They added a bunch of food, I've also been told, so, yeah. To be fair, Vanilla Soft is kind of known for their food
Orders
porn.
from the king. Abandon the base and assault the enemy with all our troops.
Wow, he's going for a full frontal assault.
Send the order to attack to all the units.
It feels like that's a very bad idea. Like, just sending all your units into a full frontal attack. It feels like you're just... Okay, wait. Cypher skills. Acquiring. Here we go. It's tutorial time. Each area contains an item known as a Phozon Prism, which draws out the Cypher's, hidden powers. Phozon Prisms from the treasure chest. There we go. You will acquire a corresponding Cypher skill when you obtain a Phozon Prism, which we just got. So it'll bring us automatically to our skills, which will, to give you this beautiful little animation. Now, something that's kind of interesting about this game, your Cyphers, your Phozons, I mean, not only use are used to kind of plant plants and gain more levels, but it's also for upgrading your abilities. So we don't have enough to actually upgrade Ice Shot, but what you'll notice here, when you look at other ones, they'll actually give you the location that they might be in. So Storming Battlefields area completion reward. So this one's a completion reward. This one is another area completion reward, and this one's a chest. So this one's like, we should find it in the environment somewhere. So this one's in Storming Battlefields, which is where we're currently at. Never give up no matter what. That's a good question. Where could that be, right? It's just supposed to be a small hint. It's not supposed to tell you exactly where it is, but I actually happen to know where that one actually is. So, yeah. Among the Cypher skills, active skills are used from this menu, which it won't let me bring up yet. And what I'm going to do is actually set the neutral... Let's see. Set the shortcut to this. Oh, it's going to make me activate it. Okay. And this Ice Shot's kind of homing. It's really useful. It's actually one of my favorite abilities for Gwendolyn herself. Alright. Give me the Healing Tonic, give me the Cyclone. You can use it to freeze them, and after their health bar goes down, because they have multiple stages in their health bars, you can just continuously attack them like that. Most of the time they'll get like knocked back afterwards. Oh no. Not again. I remember going through these guys. Yeah, there we go. Guarding. No! Yeah, so these guys don't exactly do a lot of damage right now. I think it's maybe because I'm slightly overleveled. And by slightly, I mean like, I think the area, the requirement for this area is like what, 3? No, it's 2, and I'm at 5. But the early areas are kind of easy, so it's kind of to be expected, sorta. Later on, I'm gonna probably show off a ton of food. Here's an excavation guide. By order of the King Odin, we dwarves have formed exploration teams to find and unearth hidden treasures around the world. Currently, we are tasked with finding Phozon prisms, rare ores rich in magic. For the sake of the teams that may follow in our footsteps, I leave this guide. Our monarch expects much of us. We cannot fail him. So, rule 1, search everything. Many treasures are hidden in places you cannot see. You won't find them just walking aimlessly. You be ever vigilant and explore everywhere within your sight. Follow back roads and find keys to unlock doors no matter where you go. Keep a careful watch. So it's kind of giving you a little bit of a hint. Now, here's another good one. Equipment. Expect a ton of tutorials. So there's 2 ways to equip equipment. So one, you can equip them like this, which you have 3 slots for, or you can like actually select your individual slots, which will come more in handy when we actually have more. So I don't want to, delay this any further. Let's just kind of fly down here. Oh, also, probably something else I should do really quickly. Under your skills, there's actually also... Oh god, where is it? Is it up or down for this one? Or do we not even have them yet? Oh, I guess we don't have them yet. So at the bottom, there's going to be like a bunch of skills that are dependent on your level. But I guess I can't get that yet, since it's not at that point. But I do want to upgrade Ice Shot right now, since I'm not going to be doing a lot of leveling in this early parts, because I'm already overpowered. Might as well make my skills a little bit more overpowered instead. So. Oh boy. So this isn't exactly a fight area, so these enemies are going to be a little bit weaker, but there are a couple. Just, just to keep you on your toes, make sure you're not... Whoa. I believe I want to go... Well, I could always use the money from destroying pots. I'm starting to feel like this is Legend of Zelda again. Speaking of which, Breath of the Wild looks fantastic for those of you who haven't seen it. I'm working on a little bit of a list for my E3, I guess it's like a hype list for E3. I'm really excited for all the stuff that they've announced, so it'd just be interesting. Wait, there's a little coin on the floor. It'd just be interesting to kind of get my thoughts down on a piece of paper and onto the table. I hope you guys will enjoy that whenever the heck I end up finishing it. It's really just a hype list. Oh my god, they're just... Nice, alright. So you might notice that at the bottom there's a little timer. You might have to go back a little bit if you want to see it. But that timer actually is an indication as to how long it'll take before the overall ranking will start dropping. So it gives you a little bit of a wide berth when it comes to that. Anyway, the Phozon-absorbing plants of Irion can sprout in even the most desolate of lands. Theirs is the fruit of life, giving vitality to those who partake. It is... Oh my god, my brain, can you read, please? It is the secret to longevity. If you wish to reap the benefits of the fruit, you need only find seeds and grow them for yourself. The more nutritious the fruit, the more phozons it will require. Recommended for beginners, the mulberry bears 2 fruits using minimal phozons, while the muggle bears fruit and a seed. Once you are used to this process, you can try grapes, which increase health, and apples, which are quite popular ingredient for snacks. So as you can see, each one has kind of their own use. Like Napples are kind of just regular apples, really. And what they do is... Okay, also, up here. This is where the secret is for this level. I found this one unintentionally my first time through, so that's cool. And this one should give me one of my favorite abilities. I think this is the Needle Shot. I hope it's the Needle Shot. Nah, it's Break Dive. It's not that great. So some of the stats you can use your POW meter as opposed to your little like magic meter. I guess you can call it mana meter. I'm probably never gonna use this actual attack. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's just give it a good old look. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the kind of move I would like to use. It's just not something well, I guess I could use it in the air, but I really just prefer it overall. Yeah, let's go this way. And if we want let's see here. If we want another piece of gear, I believe we can go here. A mid-boss. Didn't we just kill you? Alright. That was a nice combo. I actually really enjoyed it. So Griselda's big kind of advantage is that she uses ice spells, and ice spells kind of reduce the mobility of all your enemies around you. So I remember that at the end of the game, I ended up getting a blizzard spell, which literally just is an entire like wave clear type spell. It just freezes everything in the that's on screen. A little bit overpowered, especially considering that later on she gains abilities that make it so that she does more damage to frozen or chilled enemies. Like when they're frozen, they don't move, but when they're chilled like that, let's see here. Oh, so that's a way to do it quickly, huh? We can upgrade that, I guess. So each let me just get my thoughts on the table here. Upgrading your skills actually does give you small level up bonuses. As you can see, it increases my overall attack and knockback ability of this ability, and it kind of applies to everything. So when it says skill power up, that's when you know that the skill itself is just doing a bigger percentage of damage, which is overall fantastic. Also, there's going to be a ton of items just scattered around everywhere. Let's see here. I already went up. I probably should have went the other direction. I'm not the smartest. Let's go this way. Nice little rest area before the boss. And I hope you guys are ready, because here we go. Well, in like 10 seconds. Whoa, who are you?
I'm neutral in this war. I'm just a businessman.
Businessman, huh?
Land, the stakes are high,
but the profits are higher. Very true. Now, I think if you guys are playing on hard or just having a general difficulty getting accustomed to the gameplay, I'd recommend, you know, getting a shield ring. I'll probably get it anyway, just for the sake of it. It's something to fill a slot, so it's, you know, it's useful. So let's go to our equipment, equipped everything. Now, the luck stone itself increases drop rate, so we're probably going to see ourselves getting a couple potions later on. Oh yeah, and now it's telling me to save just in case. So I'm not going to save because I don't really feel the need now that I know how kind of easy certain bosses are. But overall, it's a good idea to save before bosses, especially if you are playing on hard difficulty. But for my Let's Play purposes, I'm going to be saving before and after every
The Aesir have launched an all-out
level.
assault. They are attacking our headquarters with all their soldiers. The paladins fight valiantly, but 'tis only a matter of time till they are overrun.
Odin, I see he risks his own life with this strategy of his.
Here are your orders. Quickly! Call back the troops from the front line and attack them from behind. Use everything we have. Attack from both sides and annihilate them!
Our king is bestowed with divine grace. Prepare yourself, Queen of the Ghosts. I, King Odin's daughter Gwendolyn, shall be the one to take your life.
So, you call me a ghost? The Demon Lord's daughter is bold indeed. It seems that my reinforcements have arrived.
It's about time, sorcerer.
Your Majesty, my sincerest apologies for my tardiness. Come, Belial, my faithful dragon.
Let us put this to the test. Do you still dare to speak so impudently before my mighty dragon?
Oh geez, that's a big boy. Alright, so our first boss is Belial, the Raging Dragon. Now, a couple attacks to go over with Belial. He does in fact have some really big attacks, such as that right there, which can cause dizzy. I probably should have been paying more attention than none at all. He also can charge you down, and he spits out a bunch of pieces of armor. So it's a good idea to kind of get behind him as opposed to being in front of him, and if he turns around, just jump farther ahead and just go to the other side. Belial's kind of super easy, especially considering the beginning. but he does also have that suction attack, which I was about to go over. But what that does is, if you can avoid it, what it'll do is he'll suck in all those pieces of armor he just spit out, and he'll make a giant ball. Well, he should make a giant ball. There we go. That bounces around the stage. Now, as long as you're behind him, it shouldn't really be all that big of an issue to deal with. But like I said, it does a ton of damage, so you want to be sure not to hit it, like hit by it. Eventually, the ball will just break up back to its pieces of armor, and then he'll just suck it up again. Very, very, very easy. Oh, dang it! I wasn't paying attention. You can also spit them back out the way he did initially. I really should be using my dodge more, but I feel like on the easier difficulties, like, it's not even really necessary. And I also might be so over-leveled, in fact, that this has actually kind of gotten to the point where I don't think he can actually do any significant damage. So I guess normal really is the easy difficulty, because I've been told that there's also an extra hard difficulty that gets placed later on. It could be that, or it could just be that they're kind of trying to let new players have a little bit of an easy time. We'll see later on, I guess.
King Odin, please rejoice. The enemies are retreating.
It seems that it is finally over. Have Brigand's troops hunt down any remaining enemy forces. Go, inform all our soldiers of our victory. Sound the horn, and allow them to celebrate our glory. Now, leave me.
King Odin.
Yes, there it is. The crystallization cauldron. The fairies have kept it hidden for so long. Oh. Do you see this mysterious light? Now it is finally mine. This power will grant me victory in any battle. What's happening?
Oh no! What happened to the glow? The cauldron's light has gone out.
Do you know where I may find the king?
The king is with the crystallization cauldron.
What? Who goes there? What are you doing here?
These stupid battles all over again. The cauldron is a source of disaster. I will not allow the crystallization cauldron to be used any further. Not by you, nor by the Queen of the Fairies.
Wait!
So, for completing every level, we get our own Phozon Prism. Now, if I remember right, this is pretty much the one I'm going to end up using a ton, Needle Strike. It's a pretty versatile move. It is very, very quick. It is very easy to cast. It's very low in cost. And to be perfectly honest, overall, it's one of my favorite abilities. So, I would probably recommend upgrading Ice Shot and Needle Strike, to maximum as soon as possible. It costs a bit, but they're very, very versatile. And yeah, so I guess that's kind of gonna be it for this episode. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully we'll get to know a little bit more about what happened to the cauldron. So see you later, everybody.